Hi, and welcome to Wednesdays with Doug. Doug, how are you?
Very good, Tammy. And how you doing?
I'm great. Thank you so much for asking. So today we're going to discuss Prop 5 that's coming up on our next election ballot. And Doug, I'm going to let you take it here, navigate through Prop 5.
Thank you, Tammy. And we'll talk about this. I want to talk about it, kind of how we got to where we are. Back in the mid 70s, late 70s, our property taxes were going up and up and up. And the legislature didn't seem to want to do anything about it or weren't effective in it. And it was pricing people right out of their homes. So we got a proposition on the ballot, the famous Prop 13, which passed overwhelmingly. It was like 70%. And you can't get that kind of a consensus on anything nowadays at all. You never even get close. And that was pretty drastic because it said that property taxes on a home were fixed at 1% plus bonds and assessments. So it really locked it in, and it can only change. It can go up 2% a year, or the cost of living, or 2%, whichever's less, and that's the way it stays. So it locked it in, and needless to say, it cost a lot of money for the state and what we're trying to do. And through the years, there's been several attempts to change it. Prop 58 cleaned up a couple of things that nobody thought of when we passed this originally, like what happens if you transfer your home to your child or to your spouse, and it locked in that wouldn't affect it. But also there was a problem with retirees and people getting older, where we've got a house that's now too big for us. The kids have all moved out, but I paid, say, $400 for it, and it's now worth $1 million. My taxes are still based on that $400,000. And if I sell that house and go to a smaller house, it's not going to be economical because my taxes are going to be based on the price of that new house. So we passed Prop 60, which said that if I sell my house, if I'm over 55 and I sell my house and step down in price, go to a same or lower priced home, I can take my lower property taxes with me. In other words, the taxes that were based originally on that $400,000. And not on the new home that I'm saying I'm going to pay $1 million for. It was limited to, or it is limited to, it has to be the same price or less. You can move up a little bit. There's some formulas in there, but as a general rule, it needs to be the same price or less. And you took the tax base with you. The only problem with that was, or one of the problems with that was, that it was only good within the county. In Santa Clara County, each county, you had to stay within the county. So Prop 90 changed that said that if you're the same rules, over 55, going to the same price or lower priced home, and you can only do it once, you could take your property tax base with you. But it was optional for the counties. Of the 58 counties, only about 20 started out with that, where it was good, so you could sell in Santa Clara County or any other county and move to one of those counties. And most of them weren't any place you particularly want to live. Now we're down to 11, and El Dorado County has voted to drop it. So as of January 1, it'll go down to 10 counties. Prop 5 will clean all that up. We'll make the whole state the same. And what Prop 5 does is, it takes basically the same rules as Prop 60 and 90 and says that if you're 55 and older, you can sell your home and go buy another one and take your property tax base with you. If it's real clean if you do it the same price or less, but it even allows you to go over the same price. So I could sell my house for $1 million and go to 1.2 or something like that. And there's kind of a complicated formula for that difference between the 1 million and the 1.2 that we'll leave for another time. But it lifts the requirement on only doing it once. So you could do it over and over again. And as long as you're 55 and older, you could take your present property tax base with you. So, and that's Prop 5, and it's on the November 7th ballot.
Oh.
And hopefully that was just a good explanation.
Yeah, you know
what it is.
That was absolutely perfect. It just put it all in a nutshell and made it easy.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Doug, so much. And if you guys have any other questions about Prop 5, even after just projecting, after, the election and, if it happens to pass, don't hesitate to reach out to Doug or myself, and we'd love to answer any questions or help you in any way. Well, thank you so much, Doug.
Thank you, Tammy.
And I look forward to speaking with you again next Wednesday.
There you go.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.